Yo, what is going on YouTube? I am Germ here. The League of Legends World Championships are the biggest event in all of esports. They are what us League of Legends fans look forward to, building up to the entire year. It is an absolute month of just excitement, exciting games, group stages, knockout stages, world finals, the whole thing. It's where the legends are made. It's where you can, add to your legacy, all that crazy stuff. But there's been a ton of questions about the 2022 World Championships. When are they actually going to be? What's the format going to be? Who's getting what seeds? All of that stuff. And Riot dropped some big news on us today. So that's where we're going to be going over in this video. But first, a word from today's sponsor, which is, of course, Prize Picks. This is the easiest and fastest way to play daily fantasy sports. Your time is valuable, so having something easy and fast is obviously a huge plus. All you got to do is pick over or under on player props to win up to 10x your cash. Yes, you heard that right, 10x. You can play now today on the website, in the Apple App Store, or on the Google Play Store as well. They offer big payouts, 24/7 live support, and fast and secure withdrawals. They offer all different kinds of games from traditional sports to esports. They have LOL, esports, LCS, LEC, LPL, LCK. They got a little bit of everything, and they have something for everyone. So if you guys want to check out Prize Picks and play on them today, check out the first link in the description below, where Prize Picks is going to match your first deposit for new users up to $100. Thank you so much for Prize Picks. Hopefully you guys check them out. With that being said, let's get right into this. We had this big article announcement from Riot today. So we have known for a while that the 2022 World Championships are going to be taking place in North America. That is big. They have not taken place in North America in quite some time. And obviously this is where League of Legends got started. This is where, a lot of the infrastructure and things were built up. Obviously the LCS in North America hasn't been as great since early in the days, but still, America, the money, the fan base, the growth, the sponsors, everything, it is a big deal for it to be in North America, and people are super excited about this. And we knew for a while, it was going to be in Mexico City, Toronto, New York City, and San Francisco, some really big and iconic cities around North America. But Toronto dropped out. Instead of Toronto, they're headed to Atlanta. I think it has something to do with multiple country visas, like they're going from Mexico to the United States, and then Canada, and then back to the United States. Apparently, it's hard to leave and then come back, especially with COVID, all this stuff going on. Who knows? But so we knew the 4 cities, but we didn't know when it was actually taking place. And people were like, what the heck, Riot? Tell us when it is so we can start booking our trips. Flights are only getting more expensive. Airbnb, hotel, all that. It's only getting more expensive. What is going on? Riot finally dropped it all on us, which is very exciting. They said that Worlds is going to be kicking off September 29th in Mexico City, and it's going to conclude November 5th in San Francisco. So again, a little bit over a month. Right around 5 weeks long, a very epic and long tournament. Play-ins, September 29th to October 4th in Mexico City at the Arena Esports Stadium. Groups, October 7th through 10th, and October 13th through 16th at the Hulu Theater in Madison Square Garden, New York City. Quarterfinals, October 20th to 23rd at the Hulu Theater in Madison Square Garden, New York City as well. Semifinals, October 29th and 30th at the State Farm Arena in Atlanta, Georgia. And finally, the finals. Grand Finals, November 5th, Chase Center, San Francisco, California. Worlds is going to be hosting 24 teams from around the globe. Unfortunately, the LCL will not be able to send a representative to Worlds 2022. The LCL slot will be granted to the region that has had the best performance during international events over the past 2 years, but does not already have 4 team berths. The big news is that region, I guess, is Europe. The LEC getting 4 seeds. Now, there was talk a while ago, and it may have even happened once, where like, hey, the LPL, the LEC was starting to overtake them. G2 won MSI. G2 made it to World Finals. G2 was doing all this stuff. Europe had some good results. And I can't remember if Europe overtook them one year, if there was just talk about it or whatever, but obviously that gap has since widened. China and Korea are the top 2 regions right now. So there wasn't really a lot of hope, or there wasn't really a lot of faith in the LEC getting a 4th seed. But now they have one, a 4th seed coming to Europe, and that is a huge deal. That's a huge deal just in general because, again, we play these big, long, grueling seasons where really at the end of the day, people only remember who goes to Worlds. They only remember what your team does at Worlds. If you do good in spring, if you go to MSI, if you do good in summer, but you don't make it to Worlds, it doesn't matter. History will forget you. And this year in the LEC, there is an absolute clump of really, I mean, maybe not really good teams, but potentially good teams. You have Rogue, Excel, you have Mad Lions, you have G2, Fnatic, even Misfits is kind of a dark horse team. You have like legitimately 5, 6, 7 teams that are going to be very, very tight. You have a couple of super teams, super teams in Vitality and Fnatic. You have G2, who is G2, and then, like I said, you still have Rogue, Excel, Mad Lions, those teams that are performing better than those 3 teams right now. So even if 3 teams were going to Worlds from Europe, it was already going to be a tight race. But now the fact that 4 are going, that is great news. If you're a Vitality fan, Fnatic fan, G2 fan, whatever, things just got a heck of a lot easier. Now, if you still fall short, maybe that's going to be more embarrassing. Maybe that's going to be harder, like a harder pill to swallow or whatever. But if you remember the disaster that was 2021 for G2, they ended up finishing 4th in the summer. If there would have been 4 seeds, G2 would have had an opportunity to go to Worlds. And that G2 team was absolutely talented enough where they could have went on a crazy run. They could have gotten hot. They could have overperformed at Worlds, but they never even got the chance because only 3 teams went. Fnatic ends up going. But now this year, we are going to get that 4th seed. Now, the one thing that does suck is, yes, this makes the playoffs a little bit less meaningful in the LEC because 6 teams are going to be making the playoffs. 4 of those teams are actually going to be going to Worlds. I think I read somewhere that if you win the LEC regular season title, like if you have the best record in the regular season in the LEC, you automatically are going to qualify for Worlds just based on how everything would work. Like there'd be no way you can finish 5th, I guess. Apparently that's how the format works and everything. So apparently now if you finish 1st in the regular season, you are automatically going to be going to Worlds. That's great news for a team like Rogue that usually does good in the regular season and then chokes out. But yes, this is very, very big and this is very unexpected news. I had not really heard about anybody talking about this beforehand. So the play-in stage is going to be the LPL 4 seed, the LCK 4 seed, Europe's 3rd and 4th seed, NA's 3rd seed, PCS 2 seed, VCS 2 seed, Brazil 1st seed, LJL 1st seed, Latin American 1st seed, Oceanic 1st seed, and Turkey 1st seed. And then the teams automatically going to the group stage are going to be Vietnam, PCS 1 seeds, LCS 1 and 2 seeds, Europe 1 and 2 seeds, and then LPL, LCK 1, 2, and 3 seeds. So again, it is very, very possible that in the main stage, we could have 4 LPL teams, 4 LCK teams, 4 European teams, and then obviously the rest of the clump would be a combination of the LCS, PCS, and VCS. So, I mean, what it does mean is that we're going to have more major regions potentially in the main event, which I think is a good thing. Yes, it's cool when emerging regions go on runs or whatever, and people like to shit on North America for being a minor region or whatever, but hey, the LCS has consistently and especially recently outperformed all those minor regions. We want to see LPL, LCK, LEC, LCS playing against each other as much as we can. Yes, there are going to be the PCS 1 seed, the VCS 1 seed. They're probably going to be very good as well, but you start getting into 2 seeds, 3 seeds from some of these regions and all the other minor regions. The teams haven't really stacked up, so I like that we have a lot of those teams competing in play-ins. If they're good, they'll make it out of play-ins. If they're not, then we have a more stacked group stage because I think that is what's more exciting. I think that is what's more fun. Load up those games as much as we can. Give all the major regions as much international games and experience and everything that we can because, again, we don't get this all the time. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see. I think this is very, very exciting news. If you're a European fan, this is awesome, awesome, awesome news. And the 3rd and 4th seed are both going to be in the play-ins, which play-ins have kind of been a good thing for teams over the years. You get a chance to beat up on some worse teams, get the jitters of an international tournament out, play more games, all that stuff. A lot of times, teams in the play-ins go on some deep, crazy run. Think back to last year with Cloud9 coming out of the LCS as a 3 seed. They were the best. They made it the furthest of any LCS team, and that has not necessarily been like a super rarity or anything like that as well. That's happened kind of time and time again. Obviously, that didn't happen with Fnatic from Europe last year, but yeah, I don't know. Sometimes more teams in the play-in could end up being good, but you also have to be careful because I do believe Europe has had the only major region team to not get out of play-ins before as well, which was Mad Lions back a couple of years ago, and that's real embarrassing. You don't want to be the major region team not getting out of play-ins, but man, play-ins is going to be stacked. 5 major region teams in the play-ins. Play-ins all of a sudden gets really, really spicy, really interesting, and the group stage looks absolutely stacked. But yes, we have dates, we have locations, we have all that, we have the seating, we have the format, we know what's going down in Worlds. This is very, very big. I'm grateful and thankful that Riot got this news out, and now I got to start planning where I want to go. Originally, I was going to be going to New York City for a couple games and San Francisco in the finals, but now that semifinals are in Atlanta, maybe things are going to change for me. I don't know, but as of now, I'm probably going to be headed to New York City and San Francisco for a couple of days. So, I'm really, really excited. I think it's going to be awesome. I'm going to start planning my trips right away, and maybe I'll catch you guys around sometime at, Worlds, because it's crazy. Worlds going to North America. It's not a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, but these opportunities are rare. They're not going to be, around forever. Who knows what the future of League of Legends esports looks like? So when we have it here in my country, I'm going to have to check it out, and I hope 2022 Worlds is going to be a fun one. It's shaping up to be at least exciting, at least interesting. I hope the West does well, but either way, it's always an event. It's always a spectacle. The biggest event in esports headed to North America in just a couple of months. But that's pretty much every video today, guys. Let me drop a like if you did enjoy it. I would appreciate that so much. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you guys think about anything we talked about in this video today. Subscribe, stay up to date on all my latest content. Consider checking out Prize Picks. First link in the description below. Check out my Discord. Second link in the description below. Hopefully we catch you guys in the next one. But until then, peace.